How do you view music?
So I view music as I don't really know what to say. It's kind of hard when you get put on the spot.
Okay, where are you from?
From London,
Whereabouts in London?
from northeast London, Dalston.
Dalston. What did you grow up listening to in Dalston?
Bit of early UK, like early 2000s UK rap, like Dirty Dyke. Bit of like boom bap, Wu Tang and Method Man, Hobson.
I view music as more of like a life force. So music for me has always been this kind of like energy. When I was a kid, my dad kind of we played Coldplay in the house and things like that, and I always thought like the way he'd react to music was so like inspirational, because obviously with your dad being your father, he had this kind of like sense of like control over my life in terms of like what I would listen to, what kind of films I'd be into, and I took inspiration from him. So the way I'm perceived music is quite nostalgic, and I feel like music is like very open to debate. I don't think you should judge any one song by how it plays, more how it makes you feel. Music's kind of like an essence, and for a lot of the time I get like goosebumps sometimes when I listen to music. It just makes me feel like very uplifted, and like it can also make me feel really sad, but I'd like to feel emotions like as deeply as possible.
Do you think that the music that you listen to has influenced your sense of self as a person?
Self, yeah, for sure. Like, cause it's a way of like expressing like the inner dialogue you have between yourself every day. So whether it's like 2000 UK rap or like metal or some punk or some rock or something like that, it's the ability to, when you listen to it, you can resonate with it, the words they're saying, the way they're saying it, and I think definitely, yeah, it does. Yeah.
What about your sense of fashion and your lifestyle?
To be fair, like I think skateboarding is, there's a lot of, when it comes to music, skating's huge in that scene, and the way I dress definitely revolves around my hobbies. So slightly, to an extent, yeah. But I think just because music is so steeped in what I'm into anyway, the fashion does come along with that. So yeah, you could say so, yeah.
I take inspiration from music in a lot of aspects in my life, like in terms of my style and things like that. Like I follow like Blade and Echo and Young Lean on Instagram, things like that, and their fashion influence on the world. Like they've done shit with like Supreme and all kinds of like fashion brands, but not necessarily that I'm into that, but I definitely do take inspiration. And their stage presence as well and what they wear. They're like cultural icons, and I feel like anyone who relates to their kind of music can also relate to like other aspects of their life, because I feel like that's what happens with music. You kind of like you delve into this world of this person and their music, and artists, and like that's why they're called artists, because it's art, it's a form of expression, and I feel like people like take that upon themselves, and then like they make that part of their personality as well. So definitely, because you have like kids who like maybe listen to like Metallica and things like that, they dress like as like a metalhead, or like you can have like people who are more gothic who listen to like I don't know, like Bring Me the Horizon and things like that, and then that kind of like reflects onto their actual life as well. So it's like a lifestyle. It's more like a lifestyle than it is like sometimes the visceral feeling of actually listening to music.
Like back to your question on like, I don't know, identity of self regarding music. I think it definitely has helped me figure out who I am, all the things that made me happy, and just how to, like traverse the environment. And it's made me more proud of like where I'm from, and just the people that come out of there, like Dirty Dyke, Dabla, like High Focus Records, lots of the UK rapper boys. Yes, it's like it really helps you to create that identity of self. And without that, like, what really do you have to put out into the world? If you don't really know yourself, then you can't really comment on other people and help them. So I think it just helps you hone in on that person. Like music is one of a million different aspects that create a person. It's just it's a hobby, it's a joy, it's a passion. And I think it's an important one.
you want something to like relate to you, and you can't necessarily get that from people. Sometimes you just get that from music, and you get that from like an emotional release through music. So I feel like even if you are in a bad situation or if you are in a good situation, as long as you got music to like comfort you, then like everything will be okay. So yeah, I do feel like music and emotions are definitely intertwined. That like they go hand in hand together.
There's so much more to music than just liking it, or even having a genre you like. It genuinely changes the world around us, which is so important. Like all of those people trying to want the same thing, like, it's crazy.